Welcome back to this week's Strum It video. In this video, we're going to take a look at the song Blue in the Face by the Alkaline Trio. Now, this song was requested from someone off of YouTube, and so I decided to go for it. This is actually a great song, and it's got some really great guitar parts that I find a lot of fun to play. So let's get right into it with part one. First, we have the E major chord. Just as you would normally play it, you can find that, of course, in Guitar Chord Master 1. This E major chord starts off the song. Now, the strumming pattern is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and. Now, technically, this song is in 12/8 time, and that means that you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or more commonly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So each click is on that pulse. Okay, so to make things easier to follow, I'm actually going to break each measure into 2 bars of 6/8. That way, it's easier to say and easier to play. Okay, so let's get right into it, that E chord. For that, it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and. Then we go to the suspended chord, E suspended fourth, which means the pinky goes on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and we strum the same way. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and. And that's all you need to know about the intro. You play that 4 times in a row, and you've got it. So here's what it'll end up sounding like. All right, let's get right into the verse. Now, the verse is my favorite part of the song to play. It's got a lot of cool parts in it. We start off with an E5 power chord up at frets 7 and 9. Now, the last string, interestingly, acts as a drone through almost the entire song. So when you see /E, that's because it includes the drone note. This one isn't a /E because E is the root of the chord. So in the verse, we strum that E5 chord 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and. Then we go to an unusual E major chord where your index finger is, you now put the middle finger. You put the index finger on string 4, fret number 6, which is essentially the G sharp note of E major, and you strum. And then you put your 3rd finger down on the 7th fret of string 4, giving you an E suspended 4th chord. So that first measure of the verse all together. And then we move on to the next measure, which goes into an A major chord over E, but it's not the way you might think it is. In this case, our pinky finger is on the 7th fret of string 4. Our index finger is on the note C sharp, which is on string 5, fret number 4. Last string is open. Altogether, that makes an A major over E chord sound. Just 1, 2, and 3, and the next chord is C sharp minor over E. Or move your pinky one finger back. That's an easier way of thinking of that. And then you strum that basically for one beat or one pulse. And then you move down to an A5 over E. So you just have your finger, you can use any finger you want, on fret number 2 of string 4, and you strum that 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and. All right, you would do that 3 times, and that becomes the first part of the first verse. So here we go. 1, 2, All right, then the very end of that verse, it's almost the same. The last chord changes. So instead of playing that A5, we now play a B5 power chord, keeping that E in the bass, so it sounds like that. So I'm going to play that last line of the verse just so you can hear what that'll sound like. Starts off with that E5 power chord again. Okay, we have books that will help make you a better guitar player. Be sure to check them out at themissingmethod.com.